Peace and love, everyone. Sending you all positive energy, high vibrations, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Today, I'm going to be speaking about balancing the main 7 body chakras. When we deal with our 7 main body chakras, we're dealing with a balance physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We have to balance the physical, the spiritual, the mental, all out. Once we balancing them all out, we are able to navigate on a high frequency of love, of divine oneness. We connect with the divine source of oneness that is the center knowledge, the core of creation. When we balance in our 7 main body chakras, we have 7 main centers, okay? Also known as chakras, 7 main body centers, okay? And it's all energy. And what happens is, once we are off balance, we throw off the chi, okay? Known in China as chi, also known in ancient Kemet as energy. So, for the energy to be flowing properly, we want to be able to balance them all out right, okay? So how can we start balancing them? We can be aware of them, and we can know what we need to do in life, what we need to acknowledge, conquer, okay, just in order to elevate, okay? So first off, we're dealing with the root chakra. And the root chakra sits down below our spine, okay? And it's basically like in the base of our spine. And the root chakra deals with self-trauma, grounding ourselves, feeling safe and secure in society. Just period. Not only society, just all in together, being safe, feeling secure, feeling confident, and feeling free. Okay? When we live in a state of mind of fearfulness, it lowers our vibration. It's a low vibrating energy to be in fear of anything. We're supposed to be fearless, okay? Because we all have the understanding that nothing is not going to happen. Once we tap in and we're divinely guided, we're fine, okay? We tap in with the source. We have whoever we worship, our higher power above us. All things are great for us. 3:03 on the clock. So, by dealing with the root chakra, we want to feel safe. We want to get in the grass and ground ourselves. Connect with the electric magnetic field of Mother Earth. Okay? Grounding is very vital. It connects us to all our other organs in our body. Okay, so if we are doing a certain pressure point on our feet and we press it, we can heal our nose, for example. Okay, just by tapping on that pressure point from our feet. So our feet connect us with all other organs in our body. Okay, very vital. So once we ground ourselves, we vibrate high. We connect with Mother Earth, the power of geometry, and we're able to clear all negativity, drama, anything that's negative. Also, we can release and get rid of inflammation in our body by putting our bare feet in the ground. So grounding is very vital, okay? So as above, so below. Very vital to ground and connect with them elements of earth. Also, feel safe, feel secure, not looking over our back and worried about anything, but just living freely in the universe, okay? So, how do we know if these chakras are blocked? Give y'all a little bit knowledge on what we can do once they block. We can be angry, okay? We can have a lot of anxiety. We can also be looking over our back, afraid, paranoid, thinking something's going to happen to us. Fearful mindset. Okay. What we can do to help us be able to balance these chakras, we can get a black tourmaline. It's really good. This helps us to balance that root chakra. Okay, so we can vibrate on a high frequency and we can have it leveled. But we first must deal with the being fearful, no scaredness, but feeling safe, being safe, and also connecting with, grounding ourselves, connecting with Mother Earth. We'll be fine once we do that. Okay. Also, we want to go to the next chakra. Okay. Root chakra is red. Also, red. I have on red. Hey. So it's a beautiful energy. We just have to do work. You know, when we come here, it's a big learning school. And I tell individuals, we just have to master ourselves and become better. You know, mastery, self-mastery is the key to it all. So next we go to the sacral chakra. When we're dealing with the sacral chakra, we're dealing with having self-control. We want to be able to control ourselves and not overindulge in anything. Okay? So we don't want to move off our emotions, but be balanced and have them controlled. Okay? No overindulging in things that we can call pleasures. Okay? But being balanced. For example, we know that if we eat too much, we're going to get sick or we'll get overweight. We don't want to do that. We want to just stay balanced. For an example, sex, whatever it might be. It could be anything. Just what we have the understanding of. We have a higher level of consciousness that we aware and we know, well, I shouldn't be doing this because it's going to take me off balance. I'm going to be doing it too much. In Kemet, the main practice of African spirituality was balance. Okay? And if we off balance, for an example, if the earth is not balanced correctly, so they had the pyramids and the star systems for balance, and it kept the energy on the earth in perfect balance and alignment. So that's just like our bodies. If our body is not aligned properly, it'll throw off the 7 main body centers and cause friction and cause blockages in the chakras, which is known as Qi in China, or in ancient Kemet is known as energy. Energy in the body. Body centers, 7 main ones that we have to assess and deal with to be able to vibrate on a high frequency. Okay, so we can use, I think it is cornelian, to help balance this chakra out. It is below the pelvis, below the navel. Okay, and it's orange. Okay, so ways we know that it's off balance is we don't have no self-control. We out of control. Our emotions is all over the place. We're not balanced. Okay, so when I tell you the stones that you can use, like the black tourmaline for the red root chakra, what you can do is place it down by the spine, the root of the spine, and it'll help to balance that root chakra out. But still do the necessary work and get colored pencils and write down everything that you need to work on, if you need to work on it, and conquer it, master it, so you'll be able to vibrate high and move up. Okay, when we're dealing with the root, the sacra, and also the solar plex, we're dealing with the 3-dimensional chakras because it's in the lower area. So once we elevate and we go up, we heal from them, you know. So if we don't heal from those lower 3, we'll be in a 3-dimensional mindset, which would be, for an example, overindulging in sex or overindulging in too much video games or whatever. It's just an example. Also not feeling safe, also more stuck into the materialistic world, Okay, so that's all examples of being three-dimensional, stuck in those lower chakras. So we just have to heal our past trauma, heal our overindulging, and move up. Then we go to the Sodaplex Chakra. Okay, when we deal with the Sodaplex Chakra, it reminds me of the sun, solar. Okay, so the Sodaplex deals with our self-esteem, our creativity, our confidence in ourselves, and also our ego. Okay, so with the Sodaplex Chakra, it's above your navel. Okay, and it's yellow. What we want to do is have some self-esteem that's balanced. Okay, we want to be confident in ourselves. We want to practice self-love techniques. We want to know our self-worth. Okay, we want to not let anyone run over us, but know our self-worth and know what we are worthy of. Okay, and have our love overflowing for ourselves. And when anyone else come along, they can add to the love that we have for ourselves. 11:11 on the clock. Okay, I always want to let you all know how to deal with them if they block. Okay, and how to raise them. Okay, so we have to deal with some flaws and not so good things, and we have to deal with some also good things, high vibrating, because we have tools and everything in duality. Everything works in tools. So we're going to have some things that don't make us so happy that we had to deal with, and we're going to have some things that make us happy, but it's all for us to elevate and grow. Always be mindful of that. So the stone that we can use to help us with our solar plex will be tiger's eye, one of my favorite. We can place that above the navel, and it'll help us. Okay, so if this chakra is blocked, we can have low self-esteem. Okay, and we could not be tapping into our creativity. Okay, we all have a special gift of creativity brewing down inside of us. We just have to tap into our intuition and tap into the knowledge from the higher intelligent beings and the ancestors to help us, assist us on our journey with our creativity. Okay, I always be familiar with that. Next, we're dealing with the heart chakra. Okay, and it's at the center of our heart, and the color is green. We have to be able to balance our emotions properly. Okay, so we want to be able to express ourselves with love, positivity, and we don't want to have that block, because the heart chakra is the main source of creation. We vibrate on a high frequency once we operate out of love. So we want to make sure that heart chakra is open. Okay, things that we can do to make it vibrate high is open our hearts up for love. And if we've been hurt by individuals in karmatic relationships, heal from the wounds. We have to heal them and still open up our heart. Okay, we're going to receive heartbreak, but at the end of the day, we still must heal that heart and reopen it back up so we can be open to receive the love that we deserve enough. No matter how much we've been hurt, we still have to have that space open and don't close it up for love. We have to be able to express our love throughout humanity with divine oneness, and also express our love to our significant others. Express our love to our friends and our families and our companions. Be able to be emotionally expressive and happy and free with that heart. Okay, that's why the ancients threw out everything and they weighed the heart. Okay, the hall of judgment. Okay, the feather of judgment, which is Mayat. Okay, and that was for balance, peace, and justice. So they weighed the heart to see if the individual was worthy. The individual was worthy. They passed the test and they went on. and lived eternally in another place. Okay? And that's why they weighed the heart, to see how pure the individual is. So we must be mindful of that in Kemet. And I'm going to do a video on the weighing of the heart, a hall of judgment. Okay? So we can use rose quartz, and we can place rose quartz on our heart, and it will help us to open up the heart space. But we still have to do the work of being emotionally expressive, of loving, and connecting with divine oneness of love. 333 is on the clock. I love you all, and I'm sending you all positive energy. I love you. So the next one will be the throat chakra. Communication. We have to communicate and open ourselves up to be expressive to companions, friends, opportunities, entrepreneurship. We have to open up our mouth and speak. How do we know if this chakra is broke? Excuse me. How we know it's blocked is we are afraid to communicate. We are fearful, okay, of speaking out. We have to be able to do public speaking. Speak to society, speak to individuals, mingle, communicate, connect with other individuals, have mutual conversations in order to spiritually advance, okay? Once we disconnect from the world permanently, because it's good to go into solitude, we create the most and the best when we're in a state of calmness and we're sitting by ourselves sometimes, tapping into our intuition. But we still want to be social. We still want to be able... 1707, they messing with my camera. I'm gonna keep going. We still want to be social. I love you all. We still want to be able to communicate, okay? So dealing with the throat chakra is right in the middle by our collarbone in the center, okay? Dealing with our throat chakra, we want to be able to express ourselves, okay, and speak. Communicate. How we know it's blocked? We know it's blocked if we constantly overindulging, in gossip. Okay, couldn't think of it. Overindulging, gossiping, talking about individuals, things of that sort. We don't want to do that because it's going to throw us off balance. Throat chakra is blocked. Okay, what stone can we use? We can use the lapis lazuli. It's a very powerful ancient stone that was used back in the day. The ancient used it to navigate throughout Kemet, to heal individuals. Very powerful healing stone. So you can place that on the throat chakra area and it will help you. Next, we're dealing with the third eye. Okay, we're dealing with the third eye. We're dealing with mystical energy, magical energy, cosmo energy. Okay, very powerful. We seeing things for what they are in the universe. Okay, it's located right here where my unky is. Okay, it's blue. Okay, and we want to be able to see things for what they are. We don't want to be in a 3-dimensional mindset, but we want to be in a 5-dimensional mindset. We want to be aware of everything that's going on, keeping our eyes open, looking at things with a bird's eye view, okay, and seeing things for what they really are. So if this third chakra is blocked, we could be too much in the physical, not being aware of what's going on in the world, not seeing things for what they really are, and keeping our eyes closed, okay? Also, it can be blocked if we're overindulgent. So we can be woke and we can be in a mystical, okay, energy and dreamy energy and too much in it. So we have to have a balance. So we have to balance the physical because we still physical. And we also have to balance the spiritual where they all will be aligned properly. Okay, so We can overindulge in this third eye. Could be too much learning, too much in the spiritual realm. We want to have balance, okay, to stay on perfect alignment, okay. So next will be the crown chakra, okay. That is purple, okay. Oh, my, at the top of our head. And it is a beautiful energy, beautiful color, high vibrating. We're vibrating high on a high frequency of love. We operating out of love, okay. We know what's going on. We are aware, and we are connected with divine oneness of all. We are connected with the knowledge from the center, okay. We know how to navigate and be able to connect with everyone, and know, like the higher intelligent beings, the original servants, the elites, they said that they were here to bring everyone on one seat, in one seat, like the White House, all together, divine oneness. You'll be aware of that, okay, and you will know to love, okay, and know we is all here one, co-creating, one love, like Bob Marley say. So how can we know? We can be know if it's blocked is that we are unaware, just like the third eye. We are not accepting things for what we're seeing with our eyes, but we close, so it'll block us off from being on a high frequency spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, okay. Everything manifests from our thoughts and also our emotions of how we feel, okay. I always be familiar with that. So we manifest what we want in our reality by our thoughts, okay, what we thinking, okay, and what we feeling. So we want to be positive, high vibrating, and connecting with divine oneness, love. That's the source. That's the highest vibration to admit to. So we want to tap into that. So we can use clear quartz if that's blocked. Just be mindful. We still have to do the work. We can use these stones, but we still have to do the initiations and the spiritual work to be able to tap into using these chakras. And I did initiations, and I talked about 1010 yesterday, twin flame, and that was a part of it. It helped me elevate spiritually and be able to vibrate, to connect with these 7 main body centers, okay. So we can use clear quartz to balance that crown chakra out, okay. Also, for the third eye chakra, we can use amethyst to balance that chakra out. For the throat chakra, we can use lapis lazuli to balance that chakra. For the heart, we can use rose quartz to balance that chakra. For the solar plex, we can use tiger eye to balance that chakra, okay. Sacral chakra, we can use cornelian to balance that chakra. For the root chakra, we can use black tourmaline to balance that chakra. These are all stones that are great and will help us heal, okay. Show you all some. This emerald green here, I love y'all. This rose quartz, this stop blood, this stop from having blood clogged up, blood circulation too. Very powerful stone to put on your body. Keep your blood flowing right, okay. Black tourmaline, I spoke of that, okay. I showed y'all the emerald green. What else I got to show y'all? I have some more. Fire quartz, this is one I had picked up, you all. It's so beautiful, and it helps with the woman's bladder. You can put this by your bladder if you're having problems. Set it there and it'll work, okay. I always make sure with these stones, you want to put your intentions in. When we're dealing with stones, we're dealing with a very powerful, ancient, one of the oldest methods out of healing. We're dealing with stones. These stones that you see here is inside of our pineal gland. Our pineal gland crystallizes and it activates stones in our body. We got stones in our heads, in our chest, in our legs. We got stones all over our body as well too. The oldest kingdom is stones. We can heal ourselves with these stones. We just have to tap into our intuition. Say what we want to receive. Think it and feel it. And it will manifest. I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy, high vibration, success on your entrepreneurship. My screen is black, y'all. And I'm still teaching. I love y'all. And I see my number still going on here. I actually see 2525 right now. 2525. I love you. Peace and love. I'll be back with more.